Hey there, Nikki Naab-Levy here, and today I'm going to show you kind of a fun little lower body sequence that you can do using the mini ring or mini magic circle, just depending on whatever name you use. And so if you haven't seen it before, it's just like the full-size ring, but smaller. And so most of the exercises that you do with the full-size circle, you can do with the mini one. But what I like about the mini circle, especially for some of the side leg work I'm going to show you, is that it's just better matched to kind of like the width of the pelvis. And so when the circle's a little too wide, it's wider than your hips. A lot of the time the knees will do something a little bit funny. They'll kind of go outside of the general alignment of kind of hip, knee, and ankle. And so with the mini circle, you're just going to find that it's a little easier to sort of maintain that good alignment. And then for your clients who are like dying on their inner thighs, 30 seconds into this work, the mini circle just makes it a little bit more accessible, if not comfortable. And so you're going to start by lying on your side, and you're just going to put your bottom leg to the inside of the ring, kind of just above the ankle, and then put the top leg on top. And then you're going to come all the way down. Now, I'm just showing the basic side legs today for simplicity, so I'm keeping my head all the way down. But, you know, any of those balances that you know to be true, you could use here if you wish. So you're going to have your hips stacked. You're going to have a little bit of space between your bottom waist and the ground, so you're not hiking up or shortening that top waist. You're kind of keeping those hips nice and stacked. And you can make a fist or plant your hand for support. It's really up to you. And then you're just going to start with just gently pushing the ring down and then taking it up. So finding inner thighs here. Good. And this is a pretty nice, simple exercise because if you lose your alignment or you rock your hips around, the ring will fall over. So it's sort of a good test of, are you staying stacked? And you could do 8, 10, or even 12 of those, but for brevity today, I'm just going to show a few reps. Then from here, you can keep the bottom leg pushing down into the ring for stability and then lift the top leg up and lowering it down. So a few key points here. I'm thinking about letting my knee point forward, not in. And then I'm watching that I don't hike my hip to lift my leg. So I'm keeping a little bit of space between my waist and the floor. And I'm just seeing how high I can get my leg without hiking my hip or kicking my foot forward or back. And again, you could do 8 to 12 of those. Now from here, you can keep the top leg gently connected to the ring. You can lift the bottom leg up to meet the top one and then lower it down. And now you're hitting the inner thigh on the bottom leg. Kind of fun. And I like to exhale to lift, inhale to lower, but really it's up to you. Again, just keeping hips stacked, and you can do 8, 10, or 12. Now from here, if you want to get adventurous with the setup, we can try the banana. So I find I have to sit up to find my position, but you know, you might be more talented than me. You're going to set your ring to be inside of the bottom leg, just above your ankle bone. You're going to put the top leg on top again, and then you're going to carefully come back down. And then from here, there's a few ways that you can play with this. You could start with just lifting both legs up and touching them down. This one is honestly pretty tricky for most of my clients, at least. Or if you get adventurous, you can take your top hand, place it on your top leg. And then from here, you can push down through your bottom arm and you can lift through both sides. So hello, obliques. Still trying to stay fairly elongated from tail to head, so you're not rocking forward or back. And again, you could do 8, 10, or 12 of those. And then from here, you could switch to the other side, but sometimes I kind of like to do a little bonus round for the hips where I'll transition to a bridge on my back before switching sides. So I'm just going to show you that. So you'll come onto your back, knees bent, feet flat. You'll place the ring just below your knees, and then you'll have your arms down by your sides. And then from here, I like to put enough pressure on the ring that I feel my whole footprint on the ground, so I'm not just rolling out on the edges of my feet. You can think ribs nice and heavy. Exhale, push down through your feet to lift your hips up towards the ceiling, going as high as you can without thrusting your ribs up or putting a big arch in your back. So you're just staying neutral in your pelvis, and then lowering with control. Again, pushing down through the feet, exhaling to lift. Now, of course, there's a million bridges you could do here. Play with it. Going with the hip stability theme, I'm doing a neutral bridge, but you could just as well do an articulated one. And then once you've done a few of those, if you want to add a little bit of challenge or burn, you could always just play with gently pressing the ring and then unpressing the ring. And I just like to remind people that this is not a thigh master. So yes, you are using your inner thighs. Yes, you are pressing into the ring, but you're not really hanging on for dear life. You're just sort of seeing like when you place pressure on the ring, does that help you find your midline? And again, you could do like 10 of those or so, and then lowering down with control to rest. And then, of course, once you've done that, you could flip on over to the other side, do that second side for the side leg work, and then if you really wanted a bonus round, you could roll onto your back and do a second round of bridges there. So I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you so much for watching.